Hey, Grace Chapel family and friends. I just want to let you know, first of all, that we've been praying for you and praying over you in these last few days and weeks as this concern of the coronavirus has been gripping our country and, in fact, the world. And part of what we've seen is people are full of fear. And what I want to explain to you is don't be afraid at this time. We've been learning, not by coincidence, but by just the truth and the power of God, to trust in Jesus' power and authority, as we've been learning in John chapter 5. And that trust alone will help us get through tough times and circumstances that our country and even our community are facing right now. However, I do want to communicate something that is just odd for me that I didn't think I would be communicating to you right now, and it's this. We have decided to cancel our weekend services for March 14th and March 15th. Now, some of you probably think that we're just overreacting, and others are probably thinking, well, we're not doing enough. But friends, we've been talking as staff and elders, and we've been praying about this, and we feel that this is the best decision and choice right now for us to protect our community. In addition, in doing so, we're honoring Governor Wolf's recommendation for limiting gatherings of over 250 people. And so that's what we've decided to do. Now, friends, we still need to be the church. We still need to gather together, and we're just going to do it in a little different way. So being that we're not going to physically have services, we're going to virtually have services. And what we're going to do is on Sunday morning, March 15th at 10 a.m., we're going to host a Facebook Live version of our service. There's going to be some prayer, there's going to be worship, there's going to be announcements and talking about giving and offering and what that looks like in the upcoming days and weeks. And there's going to be a message as well as some challenges that we're going to discuss. And our hope is that you can interact with us through that Facebook Live post. For those that don't have Facebook Live, we're going to video that service and put it out on our YouTube channel for you to review and connect with. Our hope is that all of you have the opportunity to sit with your friends, with your families and homes, to connect with us that day. Now, as you've also heard, Governor Wolf announced that our school systems throughout the state are going to be closed for the next 10 days. As a result, we want to protect our youth here, and so this upcoming Sunday evening, when they normally have their lift services, our Grace Chapel youth, 7th through 12th grade, we're not going to have them physically here. However, Gary and our youth team are going to broadcast that over Instagram Live, and there's going to be more information sent out about that. Friends, it can be an easy time for us to be fearful. Yet this is a time for us to be opportunists, to really focus in on being the church and providing hope to people who are just scared, to people who are afraid, to people who are anxious. And what I mean by that is it's a time to reach out to your neighbors, to your friends, your family, give them a phone call, shoot them a text, connect with them, stay connected, challenge one another to get in the Word, to get connected, to study together, to talk together, to really just relate to one another and build relationships maybe that you haven't had a chance to do. Friends, we're also here for you too as Grace Chapel staff. Everybody is available. And if you need something during this time, reach out to us. Give us a phone call, 724-962-5000. Use our Text to Connect app. Connect with us via email. Write us a letter. Whatever you need to do. Please connect with us in any way, shape, or form, and we will be happy and honored to reach out to you to help you with whatever you're going through at this time. We know that times like this can make people even more anxious, and so let us know how we can help you. But it's not a time to give up. It's not a time to step away from our faith. It's a time to draw closer. And friends, you may have even more time over these next few days and weeks to spend with all the games and all the practices and all the other events canceled. What if you as a family started to gather together and study together, read together, pray together? And if you don't know where to start, a couple options might be read through Psalm 91 in the Old Testament, or even start John chapter 1 in the New Testament. There are plenty of opportunities for you to replace the busyness of life with the Word of God. And friends, it would be hard for me not to communicate this as well if it weren't needed. This church is able to do so many things on a regular basis due to the financial generosity that people give on a regular basis. And just because we're not physically in the building doesn't mean that you don't have to worry about giving to the church. In fact, we want to encourage you to continue to give if you have been through our online solution. Maybe you've never used that before. let us help you. There are going to be some notes and details that are sent out soon after that are going to contain all the information that you would need. And if you'd still like to write a check and mail it in as your donation, you can do that too. But friends, let's not shrink away from the opportunity and the challenge to support the church, but let's be the church. In fact, some of you may have an opportunity right now to be a bigger blessing to the church and to the community than you already have been. Think about it. Pray about it. It's been said that times right now are uncertain. Something I heard recently is this: we're actually flying a plane and building it at the same time. That might sound true, but friends, we look at it a little differently. You see, we've had a guideline, we've had a playbook this entire time, and it's the Holy Scriptures, and we don't have to worry about being afraid. We might be trying to figure this out a different way, but we know the answer. It's do not be afraid. That's what's been taught to us from the very beginning of the Scriptures, and that's what we know now. And what we're going to do is learn this in a different way together. That's what we're trying to figure out. But we know who's in charge. It's Jesus. It's his power and it's his authority that he's in charge. Friends, I want to leave you with one verse, and maybe this verse you can post on your windows, your mirrors, your countertops, wherever you're at in your homes. But it might give you some encouragement over these next few moments and days and weeks ahead. And it's from 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verses 16 through 18. And let me read it for you. It says this: "Rejoice always, pray continuously, and give thanks in all circumstances, for this is God's will for you in Christ Jesus." Think about that. That gives us power. That gives us hope. And friends, here's our hope: that you're going to join us this upcoming Sunday at 10 a.m. on Facebook Live. You're going to stay connected. We're going to give you all the updates that we can over the next few days, weeks, and months. Stay connected with us, and whatever the CDC, the government, or local authorities communicate to us, we will be first to share it with you. But also, we're going to give you the hope that you need to get through each and every day, because that's the hope that we have in Jesus. Blessings.